Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So I hope everyone is doing really well. I went to the studio this morning just to get something real quick and it's definitely fall here. All the leaves are so pretty. So I think I'm gonna go to the park today, but yeah, I hope everyone is doing really well and let me know how the weather is where you live. It's a little chilly here, but not too much. I think it's like the right temperature to go on walks without getting too hot, but yeah, anyways, I got a little sidetracked there because I really like looking at fall leaves, and the walk to my studio was really nice. But yeah, so I worked on Nightmare, and I'm sure it's really hard to tell where I worked on, but I worked on this top section, so I'm slowly filling in the page that I'm working on, but yeah, so this is going really well, and I just love stitching on 40 count, 1/2. Like, my stitches look really nice, and the coverage is really good with the silk. So yeah, really enjoying this project. And I also worked on my autumn sampler piece. So with this, I finished this section with the crescent moons, and then, let's see. Oh, also the full moon here. I still need to fill this in, but yeah. And I did the back stitching on the hat the cat's wearing, and also the green leaves and some of the vines here. So it's actually the 29th today, and honestly, I don't know if I can finish this whole section by Halloween. I only have 2 days left till Halloween, so yeah, I don't know, but I'm still going to try, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm still having a lot of fun with this project, so I don't know, who knows? So because I'm trying to get this done by Halloween day, I worked on this a lot, but still have a lot to go. And I have some part threads, but I was trying to finish the banner, and it's a long banner, so I still need to do more on that. And then I started the other side of this moon and a little bit of the bright red on the dress. And today I think I'm going to backstitch the cat here and start the boots. And there's a lot of half stitches there, so I'm not too excited about that. But, and then maybe the pumpkin. And I think that's a lot, but still doable today, so I'm gonna work on that. And I also worked on Nightmare too, so I reached the top on this section, so all of this. And I just need to do this little section here. I say little, but it's a lot of tiny stitches, so that's going to take a little bit of time, but I think today I'm just gonna work on my, not Nightmare, my Autumn Sampler, because I want more progress on that than Nightmare. And I'm also going to record my finishes so far video, showing you all of the things that I finished this year so far, so yeah, a lot of plans. So I'll see you tomorrow. So it's 31st here, Halloween, and my goal was to finish this today, but I don't think I'll be able to because, well, if I just spent the whole day stitching, maybe that could be a possibility, but I'm gonna go to the studio and work as well, so I'm not gonna be stitching all day, but I'm gonna work on this as much as I can later when I come back home. But I did make a lot of progress since yesterday, so let's see, what did I work on first? I don't remember what I worked on first, but I wanted to work on this little sliver with the crescent moon here, and I finished the banner completely except for the backstitching and also the pumpkin. And I actually spent a lot of time on her shoes, so much half stitches and backstitching, so I just spent a lot of time on that, and I also backstitched the cat. So that portion of the chart is finished, but yeah, the shoes were kind of difficult to stitch. So I'm really glad that's done now. So I think I'll work on this today again and try to get as much progress on it. So I think the pumpkin will be pretty quick to stitch, so I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'll do the back stitching today, and maybe the crow up here, and maybe start her face or her hat maybe. But yeah, so that's the plan for tonight. And I was also thinking this could have been a real nice ornament, right? I really like the size here, like just this section here. And that's the thing about these samplers. Each section could be a small individual thing, like this barn or this back to school sign. Like all of these elements could have been like a cute little ornaments or little projects on its own. So if you don't feel like working on a large piece like this, I think you can definitely just stitch a couple of the elements and have a nice collection of fall ornaments. I kind of wish I've done that. So maybe years later, after I finish this, if I feel like stitching this again, maybe I will, but not this time. But yeah, I think that's a really good idea. So yeah, but I'm just gonna work on this tonight and not nightmare. I just want to focus on this. And then I'm gonna buy Beauty Water on YouTube and watch that while I stitch, because I think that's a really good Halloween movie to watch. So I'll come back tomorrow with an update. So it's the next day and I couldn't meet my goal, but I'm actually really happy with my progress still. And sorry if this clip is a little shadowy. It's really dark out today. I think it's going to rain later. Yeah, so I was able to finish the pumpkin and that was real quick. It was just full cross stitches, maybe like 1/4 stitch. And I started back stitching a little bit, but I still need to do more. And then also the banner with Halloween on it. And then after that, I outlined this. So I just did the outline first, so that way it's faster. And then I started on the witch's hat on this side. And also started on the crow, so you see her feet here. And then today I'm gonna try to get some of the stitches started on the witch. So yeah, and I'm still so happy that I got her shoes done, because that was really difficult, because like the chart is really tiny and it's almost impossible to just rely on the chart. So I was really glad the cover picture were at least kind of high quality. And I think I also heard that you can get this chart online as a PDF chart, but it won't be a kit with fabric and floss. It will be just a digital chart. But I'm just wondering, if I got the PDF chart, would it made it easier to read the chart, since you can like zoom in places in the chart to see it more clearly? I don't know, reading the full cross stitches, I didn't have any problems with that, but like the quarter stitches, because in those areas there's a lot of back stitching, and like the back stitching lines aren't just solid lines, and it's a black and white chart, so it's like pattern too, because there's a lot of different colors and back stitching as well in this chart. So yeah, it's really hard to read, but at least the picture was good enough so that I could just reference that. But yeah, anyways, enough about that. So I didn't get to work on Nightmare, so maybe I'll work on this as well today. And then, oh, the November part of Linen and Threads Mystery Cell came out, so I'm gonna work on that sometime next week. So my plan for November is to finish the November part of the cell and then finish Santa in the Bryce Tree Ornament series, and then just continue with Halloween slash fall projects, because I still have so many that I want to work on. Like I didn't even get to work on any of the cats that I was planning on to, and also my Hare project. So I'm gonna still work on my Halloween project, so you'll be seeing more of those. And then in December, I'm going to change my rotation to all Christmas things, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, I guess that's everything for now. Oh boy, the light is really harsh today because it's noon and I think this is when the sun is at the highest point or something. I hope you can see everything. But this is how much I got done, so I made pretty good progress on my sampler. So I finished the backstitching on Halloween and I think it looks super cool. But I still gotta do the backstitching on the banner. So I'm going to do that sometime later, and then I finished the crow and everything in this design is backstitch. So I'm gonna have to go back and do the crow. And then I'm almost done with the red portion of her dress. And okay, so it's kind of hard to explain where, but there are a couple of places that I kind of missed, whether that's backstitching or quarter stitches, cross stitches. Like I missed a couple of them, so I need to go back and do those. I'm sure you can't really tell, but I know I skipped those accidentally, so I'm gonna have to get those things done before I forget. Sorry, the TV was really loud, so I had to close my bedroom door, but yeah, so I think probably this week I'll have this finished, and then I think I'm gonna work on Miss Isabel Black after this. So this is what she looks like, and I don't think I saw this before, but this bird here, and also this mouse, is holding a little jack-o'-lantern basket, and I thought that was so cute. I don't think I noticed that before, but yeah, super cute. So I think I'm very close to finishing this, especially since I got her face done. I feel like the complicated parts are almost done. So I finished the background here and then just worked on filling in the gray and her face. And so yeah, not much else to say about this. I'm hoping to get all of the cross stitches done tonight and maybe finish all of the back stitching tomorrow. And I just feel like this would have been amazing just like this as an ornament. So I'm really tempted. So I don't know, the more I'm close to finishing this section, I'm more tempted to cut this out and finish it into a small ornament. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think this is really pretty just as it is right now. And I've been into making small ornaments this year. Like last year and the year before, I was more into turning small pieces into bigger projects, like my Wonderland project by Brooks Books. I had all of the characters on one big fabric, but this year I'm the opposite. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think about this idea. And speaking of small ornaments, since my last finishes so far video where I showed all of the projects that I finished this year, if you haven't seen that yet, I'll have a link in the description box. But ever since I made that video, and it's only been a couple of days, but I've been wanting to start my yearly Love Never Fails project. So these are the two that I have so far, and okay, so I thought it would be fun to do one of these every year. So I only have two, 2018 and one for 2019. And I would choose whatever fabric and floss that I really like that year and stitch with those. And the chart is free, so I'll have that in the description box too. But this was leftover fabric from My Fairy Idol by Mirabilia that year because I had just finished that project and this is one of my favorite fabrics. It's called Heroic by Picture This Plus on It's a 32 count. And it has this splashes of color and it's really pretty. And this was one of, also one of the floss that was in Fairy Idol. I think it's one of the Karen Water Lilies. And then last year I finished stitching Remember Me by Blackbird Designs, I believe. And let me see if I can. So this was a finish from last year, so this wasn't in the recent video. But I really love this fabric, and I stitched this with coloring cottons, and I think it's really pretty. So that was the fabric. It's called Forest Green, and it's a Zweigart fabric in 32 count. So, and for the Krennic, I had just finished Wonderland when I started this project, and I had so much Krennic left, so I just did the whole thing with that Krennic. Yeah, so I'm going to start stitching one for this year, and I feel like this year I was all about 40 count fabrics and then also my Bryce tree ornaments. If I had to choose my theme for the year, I think it would be that. So I thought it would be fitting to use this fabric and use some of the flosses that I used to stitch these ornaments, and I have some left over here. So I'm planning on doing the seasonal houses here as well, but I think I have room enough for Love Never Fails. So I'm going to finish the cake first and then start Love Never Fails with a couple of these flosses. So in November for small projects, I'm going to work on these two and also my Samhain, which I was hoping to get this done during October, but I haven't worked on this since I started it. So yeah, that's the plan for small projects this month. And for bigger projects, I'm thinking I'll just try to finish Autumn Sampler first and the first page of Nightmare. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot of small finishes done so I can do a lot of finishing, because I think it's really fun to turn my stitching into something, and I actually want to turn some of them into boxes, at least a lid of it, if I can find the right size for a specific project. I remember they had those small wooden boxes at Michael's or Joann's that you can paint on, but we don't have that here in Korea, so it's going to take me a while to do little boxes since I need to look for them or make them myself. But yeah, that's something I was thinking about recently, but for now I'm really happy with making small ornaments. And I also got a question on Instagram. I posted a picture of the ornaments and someone asked how I would display them. So right now I just have them in boxes and some are on my wall on a hanger that I just temporarily hung, but I'm planning on making a wall hanger so that well, I still need to figure out how to do it, but I'm going to make this wall hanger that I could hang multiple pieces without drilling holes on the wall for each ornament, because we don't do trees in our house. We don't do Christmas trees or any other type of trees. And even though they look really nice, I just don't like having them. My room is already really small, so I don't want anything else to take up too much room. So I'm going to make this thing so I can just have two holes on the wall. So imagine like a laundry wash hanger or like a photo hanger that people have on their walls to decorate. But I think I'm going to make mine like a frame instead of like a string. Or I don't know, I just have a very vague idea for now. So this might all change, but that's the basic idea that I have on how to display these ornaments. But once I have an idea and start making it, I'll definitely have it in one of my videos. But I was wondering how other people display their pieces. I know some people have dough balls for their pillows, and they also have trees for each holidays. So let me know if you do anything different. I would really love to hear about them. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here. So let me know if you have any questions about anything in my videos. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.